Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and mind the little glitchiness in the beginning. It does clear up in a little bit. And I'm doing another settlement time lapse. The only difference is I'm going to talk here and there in this one, kind of break up and give a little bit more stuff to the time lapse instead of just music that just gets boring after a while. Um, s- Someone recommended it to me. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So I'm hoping you like this a little better. If so, I'll keep on doing it. And I'm at the coastal cottage in Fallout, which is in the upper right corner of the map, surrounded by absolutely nothing. There is actually the only thing around here that I bother going to when I'm not in my vanilla account is the fish place across the water, and that's because that's a good source of aluminum. And I'm coming up to the point where I see a Mirelurk Queen, and I'm gonna let my robot deal with that because I decided to make an OP one, and we'll see how he does on that. Spotting it there, and I'm just pulling out my guns and stuff, and I'm gonna poke at it a little. And crosshairs, I'm like, okay, let's get the weakest thing I have in my arsenal. After I decide not to see if I can one shot it with a rocket launcher from this far, I'm like, let's do the robot, have a little bit of fun. So once I figure out my buttons and make my rifle appear so I can actually ADS, I just pop a few things to get it interested, and I let the robot take it from there. So I'm gonna stop for a second, just let the game audio pick up from here.
Hostiles may be in area. Non-combatants are threat analysis green. Security sweep cancelled. Alert. Hostile detected. Lethal force authorized for all units. Use of lethal force in progress. Hostiles neutralized. Recommend immediate repairs to primary systems to ensure continued operation.
And that is why I love that robot. He just erase anything that is in his path. The old tower where you sound the siren and Deathclaws spawn. Brought him up there on purpose, and he erased everything. He just erased the Mirelurk Queen. He's gone up against everything I could think of and erased it. But back to the settlement, which my idea behind it. Since it's in the middle of nowhere and broken down, run down, and stuff, I'm thinking, this would be a great place for the darker side of Fallout to take place. Making alcohol, chems, and stuff, which is what this shed's being turned into. You got the two chem stations for the little detail there, and a little guard post to keep an eye out. And this is where they're making like their chems, their generally illegal or frowned upon items in Fallout. If I had the items to make dog cages, I would have and kind of added to that. But I had some of the little raider cages in the back to make neaten it up in a little tent in the front to cover the guy who's guarding. And that's the whole idea behind the settlement. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's evil. You're probably gonna get robbed here. So I'm just scrolling through stuff, and if it looks like it belongs, it does. Like I put a little scrapper station there, a little siren alarm in case the Brotherhood or Institute's coming to clean out the area. And then in the house here, I'm doing like a little surgery center. Like, oh no, the heat's on me, so I gotta get a face swap. I'm adding some medical supplies there. I'm looking for the little cart right there. And I add that and the chair for the doctor to sit on as he's carving you up. So when I came to the comes to the bedding and stuff, I'm doing the dirty mattresses. I'm doing the sleeping bags because not really much of an economy here. It's what they can scrounge up and scavenge. So little nasty, dirty mattresses because there's no actual walls. And the hole down here, I'm tossing in crates and stuff because this is the stuff they've already made. So we're kind of storing it in a nice little secret safe place. And one thing I did not do is I did not delete the truck. I kind of like how it's there and stuff. And right now I'm trying to pop a turret in there. I got a few green blips. I was thinking, okay, if I finagle with it enough, I can get it in there. But I just give up and put it up there. A little tower because I think it's a nice lookout area. And it's neat in my opinion. Moving the robot for some more machine gun turrets. I placed those around instead of the other ones because one, I don't want a complex power grid. It's supposed to be like a raider camp. So I'm using the machine gun turrets, which are kind of food and simple. Adding some bedding here for the doctor and whoever he's operating on. Hiding a turret in the bushes. And the little hole down there, which I'll get back to later when I'm adding a makeshift gun. That's just through supplies and stuff. It's their hidden cache. And some water pumps in the little powered one. Nothing too complex. And at this point, wanted to take a break and kind of think things out. So I found out that the mod that I downloaded, I finally got to work in the loader. And I'm going here to grab more corn to kind of set up for the settlement. You know, corn, make beer and stuff. And if you were here for the last time lapse for the Egret Storm Arena, I did the 2 Mirelurk traps, which I decided to check in on the first time. I was hoping to get something good, but two soft shell Mirelurks, and I was kind of bummed out. I was hoping for like a king or a razor claw or something glowing. And I'm gonna try and build up a little Mirelurk presence here. Not sure if it's gonna work or how it has. I really haven't played with this mod that much, and my door to keep them out fails because Mirelurks apparently know how to use doors. Trying to push him back in, I shut the door on him. He opens it up and just walks right through. And by now, I pretty much hashed everything out in my head on what I want to do with the settlement. We're getting him in the power armor. Little radio, little recruitment beacon. Figured they could use that as a trap since they're bad people here. And I'm just setting up a little bit of a power grid because I want lighting and stuff, and I have to power those 2 little pole siren things and the water purifier. So I'm kind of just running a rough little grid here in the center. I don't want to expand it too much. I do set lights up in both buildings, but I forget to even check if they're working when I run the power. And here I'm playing my little corn crop by a water pump. And they're using this to make like beer and bourbon and stuff. Find a tree from one of the mods, I believe. So I placed that. I figured it looks nice, and I'm using the other vegetable items. That way, when the settlers come here, they have food. But just kind of add a little scrappiness to the place, like unkept hedges and stuff. And as soon as I found this, I was like, yes. I put it up here in the rocks. So, say they have a rule breaker in their little unkept community. They take them up there and let them bake on the rocks for a bit. I was trying to find traps and stuff, and I found a stationary weapon. And I was like, oh, the paintball gun's even more better, because I don't think anyone's going to go down there, and if I do, I don't want to get hurt. So I do that. I run the necessary power lines and stuff, and that thing does not have an on-off switch, so I end up later taking out the wire once I actually add generators and stuff. Which for the generators, I just use the little guys, and I place them in rough spots. I placed one right next to where I currently am, and on the other side of the truck by the water pump, I think I placed 2 more. And it's just a rough simple. When it came to this build, I decided less would be more. And overall, I'm happy with it. Because if you're standing from the road, it looks exactly the same. Which is good, because if the law is passing by, you don't want them to think anything's funny. So, I think I did accomplish the little theme I set for myself. A little nap and weather changing mod here. And back to building. And this I'm adding one more little shack here so I could finish placing the beds. And this thing I surprisingly had a little bit of trouble. I thought it was going to be easy. It's roughly flat. little bumps here and there. But when I comes to the left side of the house there, I had extreme issues trying to getting that part to snap in. So I couldn't move it around where it was actually going to be green and flat to my liking. But I found out that the little corner pieces there work. So I stuck one there and then I just snapped the corner in there and I just put more dirty little beds and stuff in there. And I think I put a fire pit outside later. So I think I'm happy with the settlement. Not too, there's not too much detail to it, but I think the little bit of detail speaks a lot for it. I placed some beds out in the open area because I don't know, they just found some sleeping bags and they needed somewhere to sleep. But I think I captured the look I wanted, as I've been saying a few times. I'm realizing this now. Let me know what you think of it. There's definitely going to be the 5-minute tour going on, so that's going to cover a lot in a little bit. If you have any recommendations on what you want different on the settlement, let me know, because I do plan on going back to revisit all the other settlements and make minor details, because there's stuff that is bothering me. I just want to get all the other settlements done. I figured I'll make 1 or 2 episodes afterwards, and that's going to be the end for the settlement tour. Not the settlement tour, the just end settlements. And might do a little bit more follow. I'm having fun with this series. And other than that, I'm saying that's pretty much going to be it for the commentary. For the 5 seconds left of the video. Okay, and that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I love reading your comments, so please comment on anything could be about the cats, about future episodes, about something you would like to see on the channel, anything. Other than that, this is Sergeant Alex, and I hope you have a nice day.